Today I fucked up by forgetting to log out of Reddit. Today I fucked up by saving my Reddit log into the computer at my work. I forgot to deselect the box that remembers my login information, and now my coworker and anyone who uses the work computer has access to my Reddit account and can do whatever they want. In fact, I don't even know I've FU yet. My coworker is hoping that I discover that I FU when I receive replies to this post. Reddit, please let me know I've FU and give my coworker recommendations of how to increase the consequences of staying logged in. Too long didn't read. I forgot to log out of my Reddit and now my coworker can do whatever they want, like say the true user of this account has a small penis. But it's coming from me, so you know it's credible, and that you/Mr. Whistler _ am not the slightest bit hung. I had a manager who, in order to make sure people locked their computers when they were away, would sit down and use their computer to write an awful email to himself. Then he would print it out and ask them about it when they got back. He never let it go on too long, just long enough to make the point and get a good laugh out of it. We changed their backgrounds. Army guy put Air Force background or Navy. Big macho guy, unicorns, guy who takes himself too seriously, My Little Pony. It works too. Repeat offenders get settings change like invert mouse or flip monitor or all three. Everyone here is recommending nasty porn subs. But what about finding a new hobby for him? Follow every single knitting/crafting DIY group you can find. Maybe he now likes baby goats. Go find some of those to follow. Edit, tweaking my humor. Edit 2, the baby goats, thank you for the silver. Both wholesome and irritating, I approve. For real though, I think the key is messing with his advertising cookies as much as possible. Reddit is likely pushing ads for a 30-something male gamer. Let's make that a 20-something pregnant 1D fan. Off to a great start. You've managed to get him gold. I'm already jealous. Time for me to leave myself logged in on the work computer. Ask hot button topics on as many special hobby subs as you can. r/knitting, I'm making a baby blanket, but I'm wondering if I should use wool or acrylic. r/Star Trek, settle a debate, original or next gen. r/Edgar Allan Poe, do you think the orangutan was a racist depiction, or a satire of racism? r/Marble Hornets, who is to the Ark? r/No stupid questions, literally any stupid thing asked in a legitimate way. Do it right and people will be explaining how to put pants onto the guy for weeks. Today I fucked up by complimenting a girl's skirt. Happened a couple weeks ago. I was at a party and saw a girl across the room. She was wearing a skirt, holding a drink in one hand and had the other hand in her pocket. I saw her skirt, thought to myself how cool that skirt is having pockets. A lot of women I know complain about not having pockets, so this is a very progressive thing. A bit later, I got around to talking to her. I complimented her skirt, and how pockets in a skirt is great. She looked very confused, said my skirt doesn't have pockets, why would you think that? I mentioned that I had seen her earlier with her hand in her pocket. Her face went bright red and revealed that her hand was amputated. What I thought was her hand in her pocket, was her stump resting against her hip. I apologized immediately, but luckily she thought it was funny because she'd never heard that comment before. I'm still dying inside though. TL doctor, complimented a girl on having a skirt with pockets, turns out she just didn't have a hand. This reminds of one night in a festival in Bilbao when one of my friends was smoking a rolled cigarette and someone from behind asked us for some tobacco. My friend said yes and handed the tobacco and papers. The guy cleans his throat and asks quite timidly if we could roll him a couple cigarettes, and my friend answers rudely, "Dude, are you missing a hand or what? Roll them yourself FFS." Then he taps my friend's shoulder with his stump. Never seen my friend apologizing so many times in a row. But did you get those digits? Only 5. You did the best you could with the information you had on hand. Ouch. But still, this is kind of a wholesome today I fucked up. At least you gave her a laugh. Most amputees are able to laugh off that sort of thing and even joke about it. Simple mistake and not really ops fault. First day of university, one of the guys in my flat was struggling to open something and I said, "Do you need a hand?" and he raised his stump at me. Fully hadn't noticed when we introduced ourselves. When people ask, he tells them it was bitten off by a shark when he was a toddler. That's cool. Would have been cooler if it was bit off by a toddler when he was a shark though. Today I fucked up by almost allowing net neutrality to disappear. Our friends fighting for net neutrality contacted us to ask if we would once more make a sticky post about this topic. Since net neutrality is important for everyone who wants to keep enjoying a free internet, a group to which most Redditors belong, the mod team has decided to allow it. Hey everyone, the chairman of the FCC is very likely to announce a vote to gut neutrality, possibly as soon as November 22nd. Once a vote is called, it will become much harder to stop ISPs from charging us extra fees to access sites like Reddit, and controlling what we see and do online by throttling and blocking sites, apps, games, and streaming services. But there's still hope. The most effective way to stop this is by driving as many calls as possible to our senators and representatives, now through November 22nd. We're getting word that there are lawmakers who are sympathetic to our cause and considering taking action to slow the FCC down, but they won't act unless they get more phone calls from constituents. Please, head over to and give your senators and reps a call telling them to stop the FCC from slashing Title II net neutrality protections. The time to act is now. We also have ready-made banners, modals, and graphics of various sizes here. Thanks. If only the FCC felt about onions the same way they feel about net neutrality. If you're a true Redditor, please join us at /r/onionhate. A fucking game. I think it's time to start calling our reps to ask them to fire the head of the FCC, if they even have that power. Unfortunately they won't do that because they need that sweet Comcast money. How many times is Congress going to attempt to kill net neutrality? It seems that they'll try to kill it once a month. It's getting annoying at this point. Nonetheless, I'm signing some petitions to keep it. What do you expect from people who grew up in a different era, some of who are pushing 70, 80 years old and a lot of whom don't understand, or care, how the internet works? They don't care about NN, they care more about how much money they'll get from ISPs or whoever to swing one way or the other. The sad truth is, the majority of Congress would sell net neutrality downriver if it meant they got an extra zero on their paychecks. Doesn't matter if it's not what the people want, it's what the entities lining their pockets want. Edit, made a few grammatical changes. I wrote this in a bit of a rush and worded it not how I intended. Where the hell are malevolent hackers when you need them? If being alive for 27 years has taught me anything, it is that exposing the FCC chairman's email account to a news network will definitely, 100% get him fired. Same applies to any and all congressmen that vote for it. We need your help. Zero Cool, Acid Burn, and Serial_Killer. Now that you say it, it's really weird. Net neutrality should interest hackers quite a bit. Imho, the FCC is making it sound like this is a done deal regardless of feedback, and saying that the comment submissions process has been compromised and should be disregarded, in an effort to discourage people like you and me from making comments. Remember, if you focus your energy into ranting about how corrupt representatives are and how they don't listen, instead of adding your voice, you are making it easy for those corrupt representatives and Ajit Pai to take away your free internet. Like the post said, there are lawmakers who are sympathetic but they need your support.